Have you ever pondered the moon's influence on your garden? It sounds like a tale from folklore, right? Yet, many gardeners swear by this method, known as moon gardening. This ancient practice aligns gardening activities with the phases of the moon, on the belief that it optimizes plant growth and yield. The method is rooted in observations of the moon's gravitational pull, which is said to influence soil moisture and plant behavior. For instance, some gardeners sow seeds or transplant during specific lunar phases, tailored for different types of plants. Others even align their planting with astrological best days, based on the moon's position in the zodiac. This approach to gardening might seem a little out of this world, but its practitioners are as down to earth as they come, and they're not shy about sharing their experiences. Does the moon truly have such a profound impact on our gardens, or is it just a myth? Let's explore this fascinating concept further. The moon governs the tides, that much we know. But can it really dictate when to sow seeds or transplant saplings? Let's get into the science behind moon gardening. The moon's journey around our planet is divided into 4 main phases: new moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter. Each of these phases is believed to offer optimal conditions for different types of plants. For instance, the new moon phase, when the moon is not visible in the sky, is considered ideal for planting above-ground crops with outside seeds. The theory suggests that the gravitational pull of the moon is at its strongest, leading to higher soil moisture levels, making it easier for seeds to germinate. As the moon transitions to the first quarter, less gravitational pull means less moisture, making it a great time for planting above-ground crops with inside seeds. By the time we reach the full moon, the gravitational pull is decreasing, but the moonlight is increasing, creating a balance that is perfect for planting root crops and bulbs. Finally, during the last quarter, it's believed to be a rest period where you should avoid planting and focus on improving soil conditions and removing pests. But there's more to moon gardening than just the lunar phases. Some gardeners also follow the astrological best days for planting. This practice aligns gardening activities with the moon's position in the zodiac. For example, when the moon is in Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, water signs, it's said to be the best time for planting and irrigation. While the scientific community remains divided over the validity of moon gardening, many practitioners vouch for its effectiveness. But don't just take their word for it. If you are finding this video informative and helpful, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the notification bell. Your participation is invaluable and greatly appreciated as it helps support the channel and allows us to continue creating content that empowers you on your health journey. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for products that promote a healthy life. Let's continue with the video. It's time for a little experiment of our own. Can we see any tangible effects of moon gardening in our own backyards? Let's start with a tale from the heartland. A seasoned gardener from Nebraska swears by the moon's influence. She plants her root crops, like potatoes and carrots, during the waning moon when lunar gravity is high and soil moisture is drawn down. The result? Well, she boasts of a bountiful harvest every year. Then, there's a gentleman from sunny California who transplants his tomatoes and peppers during the waxing moon. He believes the increasing moonlight leads to balanced root and leaf growth. His lush and productive garden, he claims, is proof of this ancient practice's effectiveness. Of course, these are anecdotal accounts, but they do make one ponder. If moon gardening is just a myth, why are so many gardeners experiencing success with it? Now, you might be wondering, how can you possibly keep track of all these moon phases and plant accordingly? Well, fear not. The Old Farmer's Almanac has got you covered. They provide a handy calendar that outlines the best days for planting, based on the moon's phase and its position in the zodiac. And the best part? It's all tailored to your local climate. But let's not forget, every garden is unique, and every gardener has their own set of skills and tricks. So, while some swear by moon gardening, others may find that traditional methods work best for them. In the end, it's all about trying out new things, observing, learning, and ultimately growing. So why not take a leaf out of the moon gardener's book? Plant some seeds in the different moon phases and see what happens. After all, gardening is as much about the process as it is about the harvest. Whether or not you're convinced about moon gardening, it's an intriguing practice that adds a whole new dimension to the art of gardening. Why not give it a try? The moon has fascinated humans for centuries, and its influence extends to many areas of our lives, including gardening. We've explored the intriguing concept of moon gardening, aligning our planting activities with the lunar phases. The moon's gravitational pull, we've learned, can impact soil moisture and plant behavior, influencing when we sow seeds and transplant. We dove into the science, or perhaps lack of it, behind this ancient practice. The moon's pull on the earth isn't just about the tides. It's believed to affect the moisture in the soil and even the sap flow in plants. Some gardeners swear by this method, noting improved growth and higher yields. Yet the scientific community remains divided, with some questioning the validity of these claims. We've heard from those who've tried it, with varied approaches and results. Some follow the moon's position in the zodiac, others stick to the lunar phases. The experiences are as diverse as the gardeners themselves, but one thing is clear: the moon, in all its mystery, continues to captivate us. Remember, gardening is as much an art as it is a science. Whether you choose to plant by the moon or not, the joy lies in seeing your garden flourish. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing gardening tips. Meanwhile, why not step outside tonight and give the moon a second glance?